basketball game live today. Lakers vs Warriors. Let's go.
On the Warriors flagship.
Got my juice. Ready for the day. Looks gross, but it's amazing.
Welcome back to another day in the life, guys. Haven't done these in a while, but thought we make another one. And I woke up, got my green tea here, got a full day packed today. It is Tuesday after my birthday long weekend. Went to California and back. We're now living here in Nevada in Vegas and trying our best to still make it happen and finish off the year on a strong note. You guys know me if you've been watching. Q4 is an absolute amazing time to build that foundation, to set yourself up for success and to break personal records. Got a lot of things happening on the agency. I think we have 3 or 4 final rounds. 2 possible offers are happening this week, which should be really, really exciting. And another really exciting announcement that I'm happy to talk more about. But going to be drinking this. It's a mix of green tea, white tea, all these green powders to make sure that, feeling good. My body's energized and clean on the inside so that we can just crush work and keep doing what we're doing every single day. So gonna be drinking this, gonna go back up to the office and carry on with the day. Let's do a little detour before I go upstairs. Just breathe in the clean air, get that fresh O2 flowing in my bloodstreams. But let's talk about the exciting news. The exciting news, let's not wait, let's talk about it now, is that if you guys have been watching for a while, you would know this already, but if it's brand new, awesome. But I'm excited to officially launch the Recruiter School, which is basically our blood, sweat, and tears in almost 10 years of recruiting, being able to dominate the markets, whether it's up or down or sideways, being able to consistently bill at least $500,000 on my own desk every single year for the last 10 years. Straight up recruiting, no hype, no BS, just straight up recruiting. And I just felt like it was a good time to now give value back. And for those who want to get in the game, who want to start their own recruitment businesses, become a recruiter, this is literally everything I learned from being a recruiter and running a successful agency and now scaling one, and want to literally give it to you on a silver and gold platter. So first and foremost, doing it because we want to give you value. And second, while recruiting is conceptually easy, people think, oh, recruiting is easy. It's very easy to connect the dots.
Are you struggling with getting responses from clients? Are you an established recruiter who is struggling to break 6 figures and beyond? Are you looking to start recruiting part-time and you don't know how? Do you feel burned out and stuck spending hours and hours each day in manual tasks like sourcing and outreaching and feeling like you have no time to actually run and grow your business? I am absolutely happy to announce that we have launched our own recruitment, educational, and coaching program to help you on your journey. We made sure that everything I've learned in the past 10 years, the tips, the strategies that really helped me build multiple 7 figures of placements on my own desk with some of the best companies in the world will be included in there. We'll also be including things like how you can build an acquisition system that brings in clients every month to your agency hands-free, how you can maximize the probability of a positive close during negotiations, how you can automate and outsource your day-to-day operations so that you don't have to spend hours per day researching or sourcing, how you can figure out the new and modern way to scale your agency that minimizes risk and maximize your upside potential. And we've also included much, much more. The best thing about this is not only will you be getting amazing content, but we will also handhold you and be with you every step of the way to make sure that you are held accountable and you crush your goals. We'll also share with you our own tech stack, tools, and plugins we actually use, plus everything else we know about automation and AI to help you save time, work smarter, and not be a slave to your business. The exciting news is that we've actually rolled this out to a select few people earlier this year, and I'm excited to see them well on the way to multiple 6 figures, with some breaking $30,000 to $50,000 per month already. So if you're interested to be a successful recruiter that can dominate in any market conditions, make sure you click on the link below to chat with another member of our team, and we're happy to chat with you to see if we can help you out. Make sure you jump on this really quickly. See you on the other side.
I can kind of figure it out. You can do that like with many other businesses, but you're probably going to take way longer or spend way more money on spending on dumb products and platforms you think you need, but you actually don't, to figure it out. And also the whole journey of figuring it out could take you days, weeks, months, years. You could just be going around in circles, bang your head against the wall. So if you really just want to accelerate all that, learn from a true operator that's still practicing today, then feel free to check it out in the description box below. But it's literally my blood, sweat, and tears, my life in this program. It's online course you can go by your own pace, and then coaching and mentoring by me and my top recruiters recruiters, because we want to make sure that you don't just learn it, you actually do it and just hold you accountable and push you to make sure you succeed. So that's really, really exciting. Going to talk a little bit more about it in a bit. Back to the office, still got my green juice. We had a wonderful team stand-up meeting where basically I meet my agency team members every single day and we go over our daily structure, our plans, our goals, and what's going on. What do they need help with? And as I told you before, we have a lot of interviews heading into the final round. We actually have 2 offers that we are currently managing, which is really exciting. One's actually for a kind of a product manager role, and another one is actually for, I believe, like a ops or chief of staff role. And it's not a role we really specialize in, but it's with a really good client, and they're like, hey, Preston, can you do us a solid and really help us with this role? And we're like, absolutely, we're going to do the best that we can. So we have someone who's in process. They really want someone coming out of a tier 4, or I guess a tier 1 consulting firm. And I don't know how much you know about that world. It's very similar to the investment banking world, but these guys get paid really, really well. But a lot of them hate their lifestyle, but they're chained because of their comp plan. And she really wants to get out of there, our candidate. And so she was really intrigued from literally our outreach to her. We were able to pitch her. She was able to really crush every single interview rounds. And we told her, hey, like, even though you're getting paid more, this is what you can expect with your comp moving forward. I think with equity and all that, it's up to almost $300,000, which at that time she's like, that's amazing. Now she did the final round. The offer came out, which is amazing. We're pumped. And she's been kind of really difficult to get a hold of the past week, which is not really a good sign, right? When you have a candidate that's going through process, you want them to be engaged with the client, but also engaged with you. That was a little bit of a red flag, but our team member, Steve, he's on it and just managing that whole thing really, really well. But lo and behold, he was able to reconnect with her today. And she told him, like, that she's not that excited. She might be thinking about withdrawing. The comp might not be enough. And all these questions and concerns start flooding. And so all of this is not great news, but it's never over until it's over. And we were able to basically utilize the team meeting today and really strategize what he should do, managing her and the client. And the best course of action is to continue to pitch and sell the excitement, but most importantly, have her and be encouraging to push her to chat with the CEO and founder, because he can ask questions. And if she really wants to see if there's any wiggle room on equity and salary and all that, he's the right person to talk to. So we're going to connect her, and then the more that they have conversations, the better, because there's no better person to close an opportunity than the actual founder himself versus talking to the head of HR or with us. So it started off well. It doesn't seem to go well, but we are still fighting, and this could be a massive, massive deal. The second one, the offer is being actually extended today. He really wanted 140, but the client's coming out with 130, which is not great. I don't know why they're lowballing. 5,000-10,000 is really not that much of a difference for companies, but overall he sounds really positive, and I think we can get him to accept if they're willing to come up a little bit. So if not 140, we're going to try to see if they can at least come up to 135. I think 135 plus the 10% bonus plus quantity of equity should be enough to kind of get him in the game. That should be a lot more straightforward. So a lot of things happening right now, and my plan is to kind of source a lot. I have a lot of calls later today, bringing on a new client hopefully today and a new client hopefully tomorrow. So this week already after my birthday weekend is starting off really, really well, and we're just going to keep it going. So I'm going to be sitting here on my butt and just cranking out sourcing and some candidate calls. See you in a bit. All right, did some good sourcing, but just want to come here and talk more about the recruiter school. So this is something we're really passionate about. We're taking very, very seriously, and I think a couple things are important for me to cover. So number one, I think when it comes to education and the info space, it's really, really important to ideally follow someone. I mean, this is something I would personally kind of look for if I was looking to purchase a course or something education related. If the person teaching it is actually still an operator, I think this is super, super important, because chances are you're looking to make a transaction to learn and gain knowledge. Do you want to gain knowledge that's working today in this market, or gain knowledge that worked in the past 5, 3, 10 years ago, right? And just because it worked in the past, it doesn't mean it's working today. And so one thing that I take very seriously is we're not looking to change our business model or become a professional full-time course seller. Like, this is something we do on the side because we're passionate about it. We want to give you literally the best value possible and create the one and only epic one-stop shop that will help you go from A to Z wherever you are. And this is perfect for people who are at jobs who want to level up. This is people who want to start a side hustle. This is perfect for people who want to start their own business. It's literally perfect for anyone, even people who don't have any recruiting background, who want to get into recruiting as a career or an agency. But this bread and butter is really for those entrepreneurial guys who are like, you know what, I want to start a side hustle. I want to start an agency, or I started one. I don't know what I'm doing. I need help. This is literally perfect for you. But I do also want to include if you're at a successful job, internal recruiting, or even working at an agency, and you want to level up. Perhaps you feel there are a lot of knowledge or skill gaps that you have in your current skill set. This is perfect for you as well. But the big thing is that I am still an operator. I am still a full desk. I have an agency that continues to do really, really well in this market. And what we preach is what we practice. Everything in the course is what I'm currently doing now. It's not like what I'm telling you in the course is what worked 2, 3, 5 years ago. We are still in the trenches, roll up our sleeves, so we can literally give you real-time data. And the second thing is you're like, hey, so what does this include? It comes with the online course and it comes with coaching. The online course has probably about maybe 6 to 8 hours worth of content. It has 10 sections, 70 modules, and it also has our exact scripts, templates, and audio recordings and video recordings that we use on a day-to-day basis. So you know exactly how to run these calls, you know exactly how to set those emails, and we teach you how to do everything tactically, like how to do everything manually, but also utilizing and leveraging technology and automations. The third thing I want to teach you is we are all about teaching you the fundamentals of recruiting. Whether you want to start a business, that's great, but you can't start a business, you can't scale if you don't even know how to do the thing yourself. So our first goal is to make sure you become a badass recruiter. Step one, you learn and master the fundamentals, you plug in your knowledge and skills gaps. That's what we do. We want to teach you how to fly, not so much as rely on a branch, because what happens if that branch cracks or falls, you fall to the ground, you just wasted a bunch of money, you're back to square one. I want to teach you how to make sure you do recruiting and how to kill it even without using any tools. Why? Because that's what I did in the beginning. It's totally possible and it's still possible today. Technology, automation tools only makes your life easier. It doesn't substitute what you're supposed to learn in terms of the basics. Like how are you supposed to be able to speak if you never learned the ABCs? It just doesn't make any sense, right? So the first thing we want to do is make sure that you master the foundation. Once you have a foundation, we then can build that house, mansion, or castle on top of it with automations and software, and then you can scale to the moon. So we're not here trying to pitch like a software. We're not here trying to pitch you a magical formula. We want to teach you how to become a recruiter A to Z, and then teach you all the real plugins and tools that we use, our actual tech stack, to make your life easier, to work smarter, to save your days from all those hours of sourcing and outreaching and things like that, depending on your budget, right? We go through everything and we share different roadmaps and action plans depending on your budget. If you're lean, this is what you should do. If you have more budget, this is what you can do. If you have unlimited cash, this is what you could do. So I think this is something that I really want to share because it's not just like any sort of recruitment course. We take it very seriously. This takes a lot of time out of me and my top recruiters who are going to help me coach this program, and we want this simply to be epic. And the biggest thing is that you have lifetime access to the course. It will constantly be updated because, as I was sharing with you, what we teach is going to be what's working in that market. So if we're still doing this a year from now or a couple years from now and we find new methods, we hone, we improve, we will of course update that, and you will still always have access to it as well. So really pumped about it and really excited to kind of start talking about it with you guys. And if you're interested, make sure you find time below. But enough of this right now. Time to go back to work and let's get started. Hello. Just had a really good day, really productive candidate calls. Got a new client coming in to pick up new software engineer roles tomorrow. Teams cranking. The new students that are coming into a program are absolutely cranking. I can't wait to hear the success stories of these new students next 30, 60, 90 days. There's one student who came in last week, didn't even finish the program, and got one client hot lead all by herself, just from the knowledge that we're teaching. So this is real recruiting, no hype, no BS. We teach what works, and just fired up about that. But now had a really long day. Didn't want to feel myself just sitting on my chair all day. Took a shower, feeling really good. About to go out tonight to watch something that's pretty cool. Cooking up some dinner, and yeah, we'll see you in a bit. Got some nice Mediterranean salad here. Look how good that looks. So good. All right, so while we're waiting for dinner, I do want to talk about one thing. So one of the frequent questions that we get moving forward are, hey, are you still doing a splits program? And 100% we still are doing a splits program, and it's an amazing program. We got a lot of great rock stars in it, working very, very hard, doing placements, doing candidate submissions, getting a lot of interviews done. With that, the question is, how does that differ from the coaching program? So the splits program that we've created is not an educational platform. So it's not created to help you be a better recruiter. It's really to give you more opportunities at bat to really get access to real jobs with real clients right now. Ideally, for splits program, it's really for those that can consistently bill between $100,000 to $500,000 a year, so that we can really attract a core community of just absolute rock stars and high billers. With that said though, if you are a beginner, you are still more than welcome to splits. The only concern I have is you come in, and if you don't really have a lot of foundation or training, you might just kind of muscle your way in, figure things out, and as a result could create possibilities to create bad habits, which I don't want you to do, right? So if you're gonna do that, come to our coaching program, learn how to be a badass recruiter, then come to our splits, and you immediately have access to real jobs that you can literally start testing what you're learning right now, so you don't have to have a future ROI planned that you hope that you're gonna get. You can literally start practicing right now. So people who are coming into the coaching program are awesome action takers, quick decision makers, and some of them are just doing the coaching, others are doing the coaching and splits, and some people who are like, you know what, I think splits, it just makes more sense for me right now. They come into the splits, they can save up, or they can, whenever they're ready, they can come into the coaching program, right? So both are welcomed and open for anyone, but ideally, if you want to get the most out of it, I think come to the splits if you know what you're doing. But if not, if that's like the best option for you, still come in anyway. You know, we do bi-weekly calls. It's a community. You still have access to me. But if you really want to level up and really kind of master the foundation of recruiting, to do it well technically, how to leverage technology, how to leverage automation, AI, how to then scale, and how to do it correctly from people that are actual operators now that are essentially practicing what we preach, come to the coaching program, and then you can decide if you want to add splits on top of that too. So I'm just beyond grateful and blessed to have people who are coming into both programs here. I genuinely want to help, and we want to do whatever we can. With the coaching program, it's a 90-day program, but the coolest thing about that though is after 90 days, I'm just never going to ghost you. I want to actually start a relationship with you. I want to actually create more opportunities where you and I can partner. Our agencies can partner. Maybe we can do more splits together. Maybe we can collab together. There's so many opportunities that we can have together. So it's really genuinely in our best interest that you do really, really well. I'm not in this business to sell you a course and run away. No, I want to be able to teach you my value, download what I have in here, push you, hold you accountable so you get up and running, help you succeed, help you make some awesome cash, and then we can build together, you know, enjoy each other's successes and accompaniments and root for each other's just crushing goals after goals after goals after goals. That's why I do the splits, and that's what I do with education here. And education is something that we do on the side. I will never become, again, a full-time one of these educational gurus. I will still be an operator in the trenches, so you know definitively that whatever we're preaching, we're practicing personally, and we will only tell you to do something if we know 1,000% it works ourselves, and we're constantly testing. So, you know, that gets you really, really excited. Again, had like 7 different calls today, new client picked up today, possibly new client tomorrow. So agency is absolutely crushing it. We don't really have any new updates for the finals and offers yet. The candidate spoke with our 9-figure e-commerce brand. They extended an offer to him just an hour ago. He really wanted 140. They gave him 130 with bonus. I'm kind of thinking we can go back and see if we can again ask for 140, maybe get up to 135, maybe a higher bonus, maybe a better equity play here. But the good news is like candidate seems to be pretty happy with at least 135. Initially it was 140. So now we have a pretty good sweet spot, a room to kind of play with. And it's not that far off where I'm like, you know what, if the company is able to just deliver a little bit more, we can maybe get the job done here. He also did ask the company if he can go into the office, which is totally a fair ask, to meet the team, put a face to a name, and just feel overall better about the opportunity. So fingers crossed, let's see what happens. But gonna go back down, finish some food, enjoy our night. We'll see you on the next one. All right, not a huge basketball fan, but gonna be seeing a basketball game live today. Lakers vs Warriors, let's go.
On the Warriors flagship radio and TV. Tonight's game is broadcast in Spanish throughout Southern
Good morning. It is the next morning. Had a wonderful time going to the strip and checking out a basketball game. Saw Lakers and Warriors. If you guys are into that, I'm actually honestly not that into basketball, but I had a great time. It's one of those games where I think, man, it is fantastic. A lot more enjoyable to do it live, right? But we had a wonderful time to go to the strip and now settling back in. But it's been a fantastic day. I think the split members are doing really, really well. The members that are coming into our coaching program, I'm honestly truly excited to help them in any way that we can. again, we honestly take this very seriously, and we genuinely want everyone to find success and would want to do nothing more than to root for them moving forward. And if there are ways where we can be on their team, being on the sidelines, being a cheerleader for them, just helping them hit their goals, I would love nothing more, because recruiting has truly been one of those things where I had no idea it existed, but it changed my life, and I know it can change a lot of people's lives. But it comes down to the individual taking initiative, believing in themselves, and most importantly, taking action, which is the most important thing. But we were able to bring on a new client, have another client call on Friday, which I'm really excited about. So the coaching, we're about to do our next group coaching call here in just a few, just to kind of go through everything, any issues, any questions, and then gonna see how this day plays out. I have about 4 candidate calls. I have a client kind of meeting I need to go through, and then a bunch more calls throughout the afternoon, possibly another lead. I'm just trying to really lock them into the calendar, but everything's going really, really well. And it's just a blessing to be able to work for myself and to do what I love, and now have a chance to kind of give back and, help other people do the same. And so I'm gonna hop on a group coaching call in a bit, and see you in just a sec.
Available personas that you can target if you're not connecting with a lot of people.
All right, guys, just finished our group coaching, and these guys are about to be rock stars. So if anyone is interested to come to the recruiter school, it's not for everyone, but the ones that do come in, we genuinely want to help you and do whatever we can to help you, and just excited to work closely with you. And just make sure you click on the link below to click a time. I know we're getting a lot more excitement than we expected, so I really am grateful and appreciate it. We'll do whatever we can to get a call scheduled and chat with you and kind of see how we can help you. But it's been a great full day here. Gonna just be sitting here and taking a bunch of candidate calls, but offer has gone out. We're gonna see if we can try to close that this week, picking up new client calls. Splits are going well, coaching calls are going well, and everything, it's a blessing that things are going well. So guys, it's Q4, action is everything. People think that things slow down now. It actually is super fast. Companies are desperate to hire, and they want to find the right partners to make that happen. So if you are on the fence, just have action now, because what you do now will set up your January with tremendous momentum, and then you will be surprised where you can be in 30, 60, 90 days. If not, it's so easy to get distracted with the travels and holidays, and next thing you know, it's March, April, May, and you're still back at square one, which I don't want that of you guys. So take action, make decisions, be decisive. Let's finish off the year off strong. All right, guys, what a day. It's almost 5 p.m. here, which is not that late, but I'm also on the West Coast now, and I usually work East Coast hours on the West Coast, which usually means I work to probably between 1 to 3. But no, we're pushing. I'm like doing almost 2 work days in one, but it's okay because I love what I do. Just finished the day with a couple more amazing candidate calls. Gonna prep my day early for next week. But as you've been watching for this video or longer, this is what recruiters do. A lot of our life is just sit behind a computer on our butts at the desk, just working very, very hard. Did a lot of good sourcing passes today, and I should expect a lot of candidates to be coming in the rest of the week to kind of fill up my calendar so I can really hopefully talk to them, talk to really great people, and hopefully submit to end the week off strong. But again, I think the highlight for this week personally is just the successful launch of the recruiter school, and we've gotten a lot of great interest and excitement. I really appreciate you guys. I really do. Just want to do our best to create something that's epic based on our life, based on our results. We are still here in the trenches. We're not banking only our livelihood on selling our program, which a lot of people do. We are in the trenches. We will continue to be in the trenches as recruiters with my agency, and we will continue to face together any market conditions that head our way, and been doing it for almost a decade, And so just been showing up, never giving up, always learning how to do things better, and just try to provide you as much value as possible. No hype, no BS, straight up recruiting. It's a wonderful career and wonderful, fulfilling business opportunity. Just got to put in that work, and the business and career will take care of you. But I hope you enjoy this day. Haven't done a lot of vlogs or day in the life, but if you want me to start bringing them back, happy to do that, to show you more behind the scenes stuff, and happy to keep on going. So thank you so much again. I hope you enjoyed this video, and now we'll see you on the next video. Have a great day, guys.